Good evening and welcome to the 2022 Seybert's Michigan Open. It's the last match here on day one at the Kellogg Arena in Battle Creek, and what a match it is. Quickfire Kelly Fisher is up against Margaret Fefilova Steyer. Quick thanks to our sponsors and partners for making this event happen. Seybert's, Predator CueSports International, WPBA and US Pro Billiard Series partners, Kamui, Alpha Coin, Jam Up Apparel and Medea Light. Okay, the game is 10 ball. I'm sure you know that by now. 2 races to 4. I'm Mark White and it's Call Shot. And calling the shots with me in the booth for this amazing match is the Duchess of Doom, Alison Fisher. Hi, Ellie.
Good evening, Mark. How are you?
I forgot the MBE.
Oh, that's okay.
But you haven't got it yet. You'll have it soon.
That's true.
So, Kelly Fisher breaking off after winning the leg. How'd you see this one going?
Looks like we've got a dry break here. She won't be happy with that. She hit off to the right of the one ball there, lost the cue ball and didn't make a ball on the break there. See that? Just got some load of spin on the ball. So she, she won't be happy with that start.
Look at the way it checked up straight.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of spin. Big audience here for this one. Looking forward to it. Margaret just back, first time.
Yes, I know. This is Margaret's from Belarus, and as we know, the Russian players and Belarus players weren't allowed to play in sporting events worldwide for a while. So this is the first major event that she's been back to the table, and it's great to have her and Christina back in action here in Michigan.
Yeah, Fedor Gorst as well, of course. He's back in on the men's side.
Absolutely.
And you're playing in this one as well. We're going to talk more about that later. So what do you see here? Is she going for the 10?
No. It looks like she's got to be going for the 10. Absolutely.
Wow. Wow, nice.
That was a nice shot because that was off angle there, and it wasn't a straight in hit. So it was a good start for Margaret.
Yeah, very quick. And just to go through the rules with you very quickly, this is 2 races to 4. And if we're level after 2 sets, we do go to a shootout. It's 10 ball, call shot. Early 10s do count. No golden break, but early 10s, as we just saw there, do count. So that's a nice quick start there for Margaret.
And of course, in these events, it's winner breaks. So now Margaret gets to break.
You've been doing your research. Oh, no, you're playing.
No, actually, I'm a competitor still. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can, because as I always like to say, class is permanent, form is temporary.
Oh, look at you. Aren't you a sweetheart? Okay, let's see what Margaret's got on her break here. Oh, she's got a nice bit of power into it.
Certainly did.
There we go. 1 ball into the corner. No shot on the 2, so she's probably going to play a push out here.
It's the reverse of the shot that she just played. Look, she can't play a 10-2, but she can play a 2-10. So how was your first game today?
Oh, yeah, it was nice to get a good match. I actually played pretty solidly. A couple of times I lost position, but that's okay. It's the first match, getting that out the way, and I felt good. So it's always good to get a good start in the tournament.
She's called a push out there. So just for viewers that may not know what a push out is, Alison, would you mind just...
Okay, so after the break, if you don't get a clear shot at the ball you want to play, then you can play a push out, which is really like a safety shot. And the incoming player can either make you shoot again or take the shot. So Kelly's looking at this and she's going to decide whether she wants to take the shot or let Margaret have it back. And there we go. Here we see Margaret having to come back to the table to shoot again.
Perfectly explained, and probably a great time to mention that there is a shot clock as well, 30-second shot clock, but after the break and a push out you get 60 seconds.
Yeah, and I think that's very necessary. A lot of times you're left in tricky little positions that require a little bit of thought, so I like that rule. Especially in 10 ball, 9 ball maybe not so much. I think Kelly can get by there and possibly make the 2 in the side. It's a little tricky to see, but I think so.
Can't you have a lean round the booth?
Yeah, I was going to say, if I turn my head sideways, but then my neck, I crack my neck.
Don't do that.
No, we don't want to injure
We want you fit. Talking of injuries, of course, Kelly had a bad injury in Austria which she played through with,
I know. She
like
has
the
to be-
trooper she is.
I know. Got to be careful. She's apparently got a fracture in her hand, hasn't she?
Yeah.
I said I wouldn't like to be the person on the end of that. But apparently it was nothing to do with fighting anyone. It was heavy lifting in a club, and she caught a post or something. I think
Yeah,
she scraped
an
her
iron
hand.
girder. She
An
actually,
iron girder.
yeah, she dented it.
I have a friend called Gerda who used to play on tour.
Oh, do you? From Sweden, I guess?
From Austria.
Oh, Austria.
Actually from Althoffen, which is the next town over from Klagenfurt, where we just played. Anyway, Kelly made a great 2-ball in the side pocket. Nice 3-ball sliced by the 5-ball there. And now she's on the 5 into the corner. Should be a nice out here from Kelly. She's okay.
A bit of a wobble.
I think she's just teasing us right now. I have to say that the tables so far have been playing quite nice, the speed. The table I played on, this table looks nice, the way she's playing on it. As we saw, we just came back from the World Championships in Austria, and everything was very sensitive there because it was very muggy and very humid in the arena.
Yeah.
So by that I mean you can let your stroke out a little bit more here.
Now, talking of letting your stroke out, how about this for a little thought? Margaret, although she won the first rack, hasn't had any table time because she played that quick combo.
True,
right?
yeah.
So Kelly's had a nice run out here
Yeah.
to level it up, and she's got her arm going, so you could say it's advantage Kelly Fisher,
Well,
really.
absolutely. You know, it doesn't take Kelly long to get on a roll. So now Kelly's won the advantage back of breaking, of course, but she'll have to do a better break than she did in that first rack, because that's where she gave Margaret that game. But interestingly, I mean, Margaret's got to look back on that rack and think, well, that was a pretty poor push out that I did, because she gave the advantage of a push out back to Kelly.
Yeah. Just to remind everybody, if you want to see the brackets and all the information, prize money, schedules, where you can watch, go to probilliardseries.com, and everything you need to know about this event is on there, and about all the upcoming events, and we'll be telling you more about them as the match progresses. Kelly Fisher then breaking off. We're even 1-1, race to 4 at first set.
She got, oh,
Oh, and she got another one, unfortunately.
yeah, she's
It's
not
the
going to be
wrong
happy
colour.
with that. Yeah, not going to be happy with that. Got kissed in the corner pocket there. We get a replay here. Watch this. There you go. 9-ball.
Oh, you could say it was on its way to the side as well, though.
Yeah. She didn't hit it square in the face, which is
No.
what we're trying to do here. And it's hard when you're trying to generate power and hit accurately. It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah. Big part of the game, especially in 10-ball. Very, very difficult break. And you can do without your cue ball getting kicked in.
Again, we're going to see a little combo. I think that's the fun part about 10-ball. That extra ball adds a few little twists and turns in the game that changes it up from 9-ball. A little more creativity, a few more safeties.
What a
Makes
difference the ball makes.
And what a difference a
What
ball.
a
I feel
difference
like a
a ball
song.
makes.
Song's coming on.
We're not allowed to sing.
No. Oh, it's probably best that way.
Yes. You've got a lovely voice.
Oh, please. Really?
Yeah, we were singing in Red Deer, weren't we? In
I do
Canada.
like to have a little sing-song.
I think we woke everyone up in the hotel. Okay, back to the serious stuff then.
2-4 combo. Again, a little off angle, but let's see how she handles this. Oh,
Jump.
she's left it. I didn't realise she's. Oh, that's a poor shot then. That
Yes,
one
from ball in hand, yeah. Oh, that's a good recovery.
Very good recovery.
But where's the cue ball going to go? It's gone behind. Keep that jump cue in your
That's
hand,
just what I was
Margaret.
wondering. That was a nice shot. But yeah, she lost the cue ball. There was always a little danger there, wasn't it?
Well, the most I've seen is 4 in a row successful jump shots.
Oh yeah, it is a jump shot.
Yeah. And these new jump cues are just so amazing.
They are.
Well, didn't make it. Has she got cover?
I think Kelly might be bridging over the 9-ball here, which always makes it a little more tricky, doesn't it?
This is my least favourite shot.
Yeah.
Call it what you want, Chinese snooker, a picnic, because you're hampered.
Oh, Lord. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one.
As Tony
Anyway.
Robles says, top of Mount Everest.
Yeah, that was a really tough shot.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's hit it on the favourable side. Cutting it is... she got a safety shot there, at least.
Cued it very well. I think she's called the 8-ball.
She's feeling a bit bold about these combos, isn't she?
She's come out with a plan, I think.
I'm not
Attack.
sure. Yeah, I think with Kelly, if you're given any opportunity, you have to, you know. But I don't know if I played a safety here or not. I think
that was maybe one ball too many there.
Yeah, I think that was
It was an easy safety on, wasn't there?
Yeah, she could have cross-banked the 2 and played the cue ball down behind the 10. I think you need to be a little patient sometimes. You're not going to outshoot some players. That's the thing. So when you get an opportunity, it has to be an easy opportunity, not something you have to create, I think.
Yeah, sometimes you can push the boat out a little bit too far, right?
Yes.
And, you know, she might have come out with the attitude, well, I'm not going to beat Kelly at safety because there's few people in the game better than Kelly at safety. Having said that, I think she's played a bit of a shocker there. Can she get past
I think
the 7?
it's jumpable. If she can get by, she's looking at kicking, I think, but
No, she can't get past the 7, can
oh,
she?
well,
No.
she could. But here, look. What about going up the end rail, side rail, and hitting a 2-3-8 combo?
Yes, I like that.
See, if you could catch that 3, I think that would be a combo there.
She might be playing it in here off 2 rails in this bottom
Maybe.
right-hand corner. Yes, she is. Look.
Oh, look at that good call.
Good effort. Good effort.
That was a good call. Nice try.
I do make one a day.
All right, it's over now. Sorry, everyone.
I know.
Yeah.
It's hard to get any praise off Ali Fisher.
No, you're good. That was a good attempt, though, wasn't it? Oh, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly.
Just caught the jaws there. But look at that. She didn't hit it smoothly to get a really nice follow-through. In other words, she was left a very tough 5-ball. Nice and smooth.
I mean,
Caught that inside job. These tables are a little unforgiving. It's all about speed, control, accuracy. And you just saw her catch that right jaw.
it's going to be a good safety. Very, very thin. This is a snooker shot, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, she hit that nicely, actually. She caught that very thin.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too thin because she hasn't got the wide. She didn't get wide enough, did she?
No.
So Kelly's got the same chance here. Look, it's a very difficult shot, this.
Yeah, it is. Because she's close to the rail. But she's got to hit it the same way,
Oh,
right?
she's going the other way. She's called the bank shot.
Oh, I like the safety here, but...
I think because the 5 is the
it's
going to
hold.
It's going to hold it. And maybe if she makes it, she gets a shot on it.
It's a sort of two-way shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I liked the safety there myself. And you know what? Sometimes it just depends when in the match. Sometimes it might be that shot. If you're way ahead or... But, you know, in these races to 4, you have to have a tiny bit of caution, I think, sometimes. You know, play percentages. Maybe Kelly thought that was a high percentage here.
I think she thought if I miss it, I'm going to get it reasonably safe.
There was no position on the 5.
No. Oh, look at this.
Well, I think that was a little fortunate.
Yeah, it
I
was.
think. Plan B.
Just the odd roll here and there, that can change a game also. It's not
Also,
all about skill.
Well, and Margaret, in a little bit of defence to Margaret, she has been out of action for a while, and to come into the arena and then get on the match table is not an easy thing to do either, with the shot clock as well.
Yeah,
you know.
one thing you can't do is replicate match situations, Katie. You just
It is
can't.
true.
It's different, isn't it?
It's very different because you don't know how you're going to feel till you're out there sometimes.
Yeah, what a good point.
And you know, the key is just to try and keep your composure as much as possible, and to really think about where you want to place the ball.
Oh, look at this for a stroke. Now, that was a beautiful stroke.
That was a really nice stroke, and Kelly's famous for those types of shots.
Look at this, look.
That was really, to see everything nicely and still, natural with the cue ball. So she's going to be left with safety or a bank shot. Knowing Kelly, she's banking it. Just a nice smooth bank here, really. If you're going to go for it, you've got to be all in.
No.
Yeah, I don't feel like she settled in that shot. I didn't feel like it.
She wasn't sure, no.
Yeah, I don't think she pictured where the cue ball was going there. And so far, I would say that both players have been quite aggressive in their approach to this match.
Nice stroke there as well. Margaret Fefilova, 32 times Belarusian champion.
Wow. How old is she?
I think she's 24, is she? 24? I think she's 24. I want to say 24.
Yeah, she's still very young. Very mature approach. You know, on if you go on YouTube or players' websites, you know, with all the social media now, she puts a lot of drills out, a lot of instructional. So she has that very mature approach. Plus, she's married to Tyler Steyer from America.
Look at that.
So
look at those eyes.
They're a powerful little combo. There's
There
Tyler.
he is.
There
look,
he is.
Right on cue. Now, I was having a word with him. I'm trying to, get a little bit of inside information about the husband and wife, and asked what he likes to cook for her, what she likes him to cook for her. She likes a medium rare steak.
There you go. Nice. That was a nice stroke actually there, because she was slightly the wrong side of the 8 ball. And I saw Tyler's face twitch a little bit when she landed close to the rail, but she cued that very nicely.
Very focused. Very focused. Now, of course, living in the States.
Yes, I think, are they in Wisconsin, I believe?
Yes, Oshkosh.
Oshkosh bigosh.
In it goes, and we're going to go for a quick break, and we'll be back very soon. And we're back in the Kellogg Arena And we're having a feast of great pool here. First 3 racks, 2-1. Margaret Fefilova leads, and we were having a sing-song in the break, weren't we? Doing a bit of Sammy Davis Jr., wasn't it?
Old school, it was old school.
Breaking off then, Margaret Fefilova, 2-1. One in the side,
Oh,
textbook
nice.
break from
That
the
was-
side there.
Yes. And she has a shot on the 2. Tricky though, isn't it, this shot?
I like drawing off this. Let's have another look at this break, look.
Yeah, she hit that nice just before the side pocket there. It was tracking that way, wasn't it?
I think she can draw off this, you know. 3 in the same pocket. What do you think, Ali?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't. It looks a bit tricky because of where the 6 ball lays.
I just wondered if she even went into that, she might leave herself
Well, that's what
on
I'm
the
wondering.
side, yeah?
She could clip the 6 and still get a shot. She's opting to go forward with loads of spin, right-hand spin, you can see. Sort of 9 o'clock on the cue ball to run around the angles. But
Needs more pace.
she's played a really good shot there, but see,
No pace.
not quite enough, but it was still always a little dangerous with where the 5 and 9 were. It was a nice strike. See how the spin really grabs?
Yeah.
Just a little bit harder, and that would have been a really beautiful shot.
That is one of my favourite kind of shots, that. Lots of high English on the cue ball, running it round.
Yeah, when you get
2,
perfectly
3
on the
rows.
next, yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Oh,
It's artistry, I think.
it is. It's poetry in motion.
That was nice. See how she
Yeah, clever.
bumped the 3 off the 6 there, and obviously you're playing you're playing these safety shots. You've got to really play one of the balls for sure. You don't want to leave one of the balls out in the open. The only thing I don't like about that shot, she's left her an easy 2-railer where Kelly can clip the 3, possibly make it in the corner pocket. If she'd moved the cue ball to the left of where Kelly is now, more, where she couldn't hit that side rail, it would have been an even better shot. So.
Don't know what she was doing there.
Kelly tapped the
saying
table
sorry.
saying sorry.
Yeah.
Because she didn't play it that way. She tried to hit the second rail first and clip the 3.
No lack of focus in that face. I was to say, call the side pocket here.
Yeah, it's quite a common shot. Not that side though.
No. Oh, she's left it now then. Chance for Kelly to come back. Hasn't looked totally comfortable just yet, has she, Kelly? What do you think?
No, and you can't always force it. You know, sometimes you just got to, like I said earlier, be a little bit patient. Don't force the game. You kind of let it come to you sometimes. See,
Oh, it's a
She
slow up.
yeah, that's not good. What she did was hit it a little too low, and the inside English, the right, little bit of right, didn't take. See how it straightens
Yeah,
up?
straightened up.
But she got too far over on that end rail. She didn't mean to get that far over. So she's hooked herself here.
Well, a good solid hit. Has she had a result from it? Well,
No, I don't think so.
no.
Can you get a London bus through there?
I think you could get a London taxi through there. I'm not sure about a
Right.
bus. We'll soon see.
I wasn't talking double decker.
Oh, single decker.
Yeah.
One man operated bus. Who remembers them?
Well, look, she's bumped the. Has she got a shot there? I'm not sure. She's stuck to the.
Oh.
That would be really unfortunate if she did get stuck on the 10. But she bumped the 9 and 10 apart there.
I think even if she's. I think she can just
Kelly's
twist it
holding
round
her arm up to call
Yeah,
John
the
just to
ref,
make
yeah.
sure. We're going to see though here. No, there's no
It's
foul.
okay.
Yeah. I think the fact that Margaret was having a good look at it, that made Kelly maybe want the referee there just in case. But mostly players call it on themselves, you know. If they need a referee in the arena, they'll hail them over just to make sure, so that the opponent is comfortable.
The only time I ever hear that word hail is when you're hailing a taxi.
Well,
And
or the
she could
rain,
get the taxi. Oh,
bad
the rain, bad rain,
rain.
sleet. Yes,
Yeah.
I understand.
Or royalty, hailing something.
Well,
Yeah.
talking of royalty, I almost feel like I'm sat next to royalty. I mean, you've done everything in snooker, everything in pool, and you're going to be recognised for it with an MBE.
Yes, thank you. Next month, on the October 18th, I go to Windsor Castle, and a member of the royal family will be pinning a medal on my chest, an MBE, which is a member of the Order of the British Empire. So it's going to be real honour and a real highlight of my career and my life.
And thoroughly deserved. I always think that's like real recognition for all the services that you've given the game, because you have dedicated your life to it.
I was thinking about that, you know. I was thinking about it has been my life. I mean, I've been doing it since I was 7 years old. And so, you know, it's been my life, it's been my family, it's my blood, you know, it's everything. So, again, it's a real honour. And
Would you do it again?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing that I regret about any of it.
Nice thing to say. There's Tyler sat in the background.
Nice steady shot there by Margaret.
Yeah, slightly overrun,
Slightly
but not a
overrun.
problem.
This is where, like I say, these tables are a little sensitive. You know, new cloth, a lot of lighting in the arena. It dries the table out, and it always runs a little bit different to the outside tables.
In it
Nicely
goes
played.
on the hill. Margaret Fefilova.
Yes, Margaret's leading 3-1 in a race to 4. This is the first set.
We do have lots of other games going on at the moment, and just bring you up to date with a few scores while referee John Lehman sets them up. Alex Pagulayan is in action against Vitali Patsura. Vitali Patsura beat Tyler Steyer earlier on today, and he's 3-2 up against Alex Pagulayan. Jovan Bustamante is 3-2 down to Daniel Schneider from Switzerland. Wu Kunlin, of course, we met him in Austria. He was part of the Team Taipei.
Taiwan.
Yeah, exactly.
Taiwan.
Yeah. Roberto Gomez, Superman himself. Well, he's not flying very high at the moment. He's 3 down to Evan Lunda. Robbie Capito is won the first set against Ernesto Dominguez. Now, big shout out to Ernesto Dominguez. There is no better table fitter I've ever seen or heard of than Ernesto, and he's worked so hard. So thank you, Ernesto.
Yeah, he's a fantastic table fitter and person, and father of Oscar Dominguez. Oscar, he's a great player in his own right.
Yeah, he's got a nice pool room as well, called Hard Times.
Yes, in Sacramento.
Have you been there?
No, I haven't. I would love to go, because I know he's had a lot of the pros out there doing exhibitions and teaching, and he loves the game, and I think it's appropriate that he does have a pool room, and a very nice one, apparently.
Oh, what a break that was. Shot on the one. And
she's started to break well, hasn't she?
Yeah. Confidence. She sees that Kelly's maybe struggling a little bit, you know, and wonder if Kelly will be regretting those couple of shots she went for earlier on.
Yeah, you could look at it a few ways. I mean, if you're feeling it, you go for it, right? If your percentages are 50-50, you play aggressively. So, you know, with Kelly's mindset, if she's feeling that she can make any ball on the table, then, you know, that's what's won her lots of championships.
Well, we mentioned, didn't we, about the first rack, of course, was the early 10 for Margaret. Never really had, maybe she had 2 shots, right? Kelly then made a beautiful run out in the second rack.
Yes.
And now look, 3-1.
Yeah, it's just little mistakes, and you let a player get their confidence. And Kelly's looking on there, wondering if she'll get back to the table in this set. And of course it's massive, isn't it? And the mindset of winning the first set or losing the first set. It's a very interesting tournament, these Predator Pro Series events. And consequently, we're getting so many entries in them because anyone can win. It's a bit like poker in some ways, short sets, and then it goes to that, shootout at the end, which is quite exciting. Not everyone's cup of tea, but very exciting for people watching.
Yeah, and that's, if we're going to grow the sport, Alison, that's exactly what we need to do. We need to get new people interested in it. And of course, giving free viewing to everyone as well, so there's more chance of somebody just happening upon the game rather than having to go searching for it.
I think that's really important, the free viewing, for sure, because, listen, we've got players as young as 12 in the arena playing, and good play, and then as old as 82, I believe.
Yeah, bless her.
This is something for everyone. This is a sport for everyone. So get your cues out and come and join us.
And if you need a good coach, she's sat next to me now. One of the best in the business. The Rolls Royce cue action.
Oh, thank you.
Will she play this in the side or down the corner?
I would play it in the side, I think, and maybe a little stun shot over for the... Let's see, she would have liked a little more angle just to go into the rail and out. So she's slightly wrong side. It's that 50-50, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she might use a full draw here and come all the way back. Yeah, there you go.
She's certainly feeling it, isn't she? That's a very confident shot.
I like the way she played that, because you can always draw it to the rail or underdraw it. So she's made sure she's got a shot on the 9 there and a good angle. So that was a very good way to play that shot. Positive.
What do you think of her stance, Alison? Very, very wide, isn't it?
Looks very solid. That's all you want. As long as you've got good alignment and that cue's coming through in a nice straight line, then that's what we're looking for. And these players like Margaret and Tyler, they spend a lot of time working on alignment and drills. So look at that. That's the first set going to Margaret.
Yeah, this is great performance from Margaret Fefilova. Kelly wanting to go out for a break, but John Lehman saying, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's interesting, because so they had the lag, and Kelly won the lag, didn't she? She broke first, which means it's Margaret's time at the table, and you can only take a break when it's your rack, your break, so to speak. Is that correct, Mark, or is it?
I'm not sure. No, I think it's more to do with commercial breaks and when the actual breaks are.
Because I know in the World Championships, and I might be wrong here in this event, it might be totally different, but in the World Championships you could only take your break on when you were at the table, when you had control of the table. Yeah,
and I think that's an etiquette thing as well, isn't it? I mean, you can't. It's not really nice if your opponent's at the table to then interrupt their flow, is it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do, but
not us.
No. But listen, if you've got to go, you've got to go.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree.
Look, again, Margaret's made a ball on the break there. Yeah, and she has a shot. Is she going to cut it in the... she just hit slightly off to the right, but still got a shot on the 1. Oh, yeah. See, the overhead gives you a really nice angle there. I love the overhead camera.
You know, I'm looking at this, and the only problem, really, is the 7 close to the 9, but when she gets on the 5, she can move that. Yes. The 6 is already gone.
Correct.
So then she can just nudge into the 9, 7.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be perfect. Yeah. Just make sure she doesn't hook herself.
Oh,
she's
look at banked
that.
It.
Well, that's a
confident shot.
Nice show of confidence, because I might have cut it with inside English there.
I would definitely have played that with left-hand English.
Yeah.
Maybe surely she's not thinking of going into them here, is she? There's no need to.
I don't think so.
Dangerous to the
Well,
scratch.
because you can hook yourself on the 3, you know.
I think she just overran it slightly.
Definitely.
So we see players do everything to avoid using the brick. I mean, look at that. It's like a fishing pole.
Yeah, that's a little too long. I made that mistake in my last match. I overreached a little bit, and it wasn't a good thing, especially because I'm comfy with the bridge.
Yeah, exactly. You're a
I grew
snooker
up
player.
with it,
Come
right?
on. Yeah.
And, you know, in England we played on a 12-foot table, and you had to use the bridge a lot. So I did it. I used to practice like half an hour every day with the bridge.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Jimmy White used to do that. He was one of the best rest players ever,
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
he, Jimmy White?
Absolutely brilliant. You had to, because it was something you had to use a lot. You had to get proficient with that.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. This is nice. I don't know what we were talking about breaking them up, because I don't think there was a need to, is there? Does the 7 go by that 9 into the corner pocket?
Well, that was the only reason I was talking about breaking it out, because of that.
Right, but does it?
The 7.
It looks like it goes. And she can get perfectly on the 5.
Well, I'm right behind it.
What do you think?
I don't want to lean out in front of her, so I'm going to have a look after this shot now. And I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, the way she's played it must be.
It does, it goes.
And she can leave a perfect angle. She's perfectly on the 5 ball here.
The only thing is, Alison, it's so tight. She's got to be so accurate with it. She might have to use pace to get up for the 8, so that's the only.
I would just probably
that
leave
could go wrong.
myself past the 7 a bit, so I've got a nice angle for the 8. Be a natural draw.
Key shot in the rack. Just like that.
Yeah, you know, she looks very settled in her rhythm of her cue action here, doesn't she?
Well, look at the crowds that are coming, watching, peering around the corner. Come in the arena, there's a couple of seats, guys.
Well, these ladies can certainly play the game, and they're handling the conditions really well.
I mean, you've got to say, this is a really, really strong performance in every department of the game from Margaret so far.
Yes. Well, she's preyed on Kelly's weaknesses here, hasn't she? Which is what you've got to do. If your opponent makes a mistake, you've got to capitalise.
If this form continues, Tyler might be taking Margaret out for a celebratory medium rare steak after this.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't like the way she played that 8 ball. Because she could have played the 9 in the side, or she could have played a bit of inside English on that 8 ball to get closer to the round and just stun the 9 ball across for the 10. So they're the kind of things that are a little bit you can get lazy with. Now she's having to force it a little bit with inside English. But boy, she struck that well, but the English didn't really grab there, did it?
No, it's just a little bit more difficult than it should have been.
So when you get an inch or 2 out of position, it really has an effect, a knock-on effect, doesn't it, for the rest of the rack?
It snowballs, doesn't it? It gets worse and worse and worse until you end up like this.
So
Kelly looking a little bit worried. So would I be.
She's
overcut it now then. We talk about turning points in matches. Could this be one? Now she's going to need the bridge.
You know, and that all stems from that 8 ball. Poorly played.
Yeah.
Because she played a good 9, but she left herself a tough 10 there.
And in it goes. Well, what a turnaround. And as you say, because... Are we going to go for a quick break, Alison? We'll be back soon, right?
Yep.
Alison Fisher and myself, Mark White. We're back, but the players aren't. And, well, let's just talk about that. What a turning point that could be.
Oh, that was well, like I said, a little bit lazy on Margaret's part. She should have walked around the table there because she could have played 9 in the side, but she certainly wanted to get to near the rail on the 9 ball, so she just have to stun it across for the 10 into the corner. So she'll be a little bit gutted about that shot. That sort of does deflate you a little bit when you give up a game like that. Meanwhile, it's
Tyler's happy.
Yeah, it's put a little gas in Kelly's pedal now, isn't it? Eh?
Yeah, I mean, as she walked past the commentary booth on her way to the bathroom break, she gave us a little wink, as if to say, "Oof,
Yeah,
got away with one there."
Got away with it. So we'll see what happens.
I always think she's got such gorgeous eyes.
Yeah,
Kelly,
she's got very
hasn't
pretty,
she?
pretty eyes. Yeah.
Very pretty eyes, and a heart of the lion as well.
That's right.
I don't know anyone that fights like she does.
No, she loves the game and is a fantastic competitor. And I call her my younger sister.
So here we go then. Have a look at Kelly's break, Ali.
Yep, let's see what she's got here. Again, she came off the right side of the one. She did that earlier. So
And
she's
that's
not
the
hitting
difference.
accurately, is she? And you see the
No.
8 ball hanging in the pocket there? So again, it gives Margaret a little chance at the table.
Do you know, I'm a huge advocate of trying to keep as still as you can, even on the break, because when you're jumping up and coming up like that and the elbow comes up and drops down.
It's very tough to time it. You
Yeah.
know, it takes so much practice and you don't always get it. And when you're playing in these conditions, sensitive, slippery conditions with the brand new balls, polished, you know, any inaccuracy on the tip to the ball really throws that ball off, the cue ball off. So it becomes a more complicated game. So you'd rather hit solidly, as straight on, as squarely as you can on the one ball, and that way you're going to get more action.
Plenty more action to come. Hopefully Kelly will be thinking, oh, yep.
Oh, she nearly missed that.
Yeah.
But she was really focused on getting the cue ball out of from behind those balls there, and also trying to get a shot on the one ball.
That actually double kissed off the
I know
off the rail.
she was
that did.
actually quite a little bit lucky there, but if she'd just rolled it and tried to, she wouldn't have had a shot on the one. The one would have ended up in the rail, cue ball in a difficult position. So she played it the right way, just wasn't quite accurate. But a good outcome. Just stun up into this gap here.
Well, I can tell you, looking around this arena, and I'm sure the cameras will pan round when they get the chance, if anyone wants to watch a great match, get in this arena, because there's a lot of pros in the arena watching it, so that just shows the attraction.
Absolutely, this is a good matchup here.
Could have been a semi-final or a final.
Well, it can, yeah, of course. And just going and talk about the format, if you do lose this match, you're not out of the tournament until you come to the last 16, and the last 16 is a redraw and a single elimination. So that's the good part. And if 2 really good players match up early on in this tournament, it doesn't mean they're going to be out of the tournament. So it's double elimination until the last 16, and then it becomes a single elimination. I could see Tyler there.
He didn't like that.
He's not happy with the way she left herself on this shot.
Well, it's a similar shot,
Well, you
isn't
see,
it?
she's hampered a little bit by the 9. She just needed to push forward a little bit more with the cue ball. See, bridging over the ball. She just got a hold of it a little too low.
Luckily, the 5 is close by, so she didn't have to do much with the cue ball. So
Yeah, you're just trying to get yourself away from the rails, you know, that's the thing.
yeah, I can see Tyler, of course. I can see Jennifer Beretta up there, Emily Duddy. Who else can I see?
We've got Wei Zichen in the background. We've got Kristina Svateva.
Oh, yes.
We
look.
have Justin Martin in the front row there. We have Jerry Eng in the front row to the left.
Stars everywhere you look. I've just spotted Kareem Belhaj as well. There's Jennifer, look, and Emily. Oh, they're having popcorn. She thinks she's at the movies.
I like this.
Well,
They're
it
watching
is a
great-
blockbuster.
It is a blockbuster. They obviously word got out.
She's not sharing it with Jennifer, though, is she?
I think Jennifer had her own earlier.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I saw them both with their popcorn.
Ooh.
She hit that on the thick side, but she had some right-hand spin on it, so it threw it into the pocket.
You can see Karim as well has arrived today from
Predator.
from Puerto Rico, of course, where they've.
He's come in from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
They've had some bad weather there,
Oh,
haven't they?
bad.
Yes. Is it still there?
It's gone now, but
yeah.
left
Hopefully
a lot
it's
of
back
devastation.
in a month, right, when we're over there. We're going to a Predator Pro Series event
There
in
he is.
Puerto Rico in November. We're all looking forward to that.
Look, the terrible threesome. Jerry Stuckart, Karim, and Cyril, of course. All both Predator guys. Karim there.
And we have to thank them for putting these Predator Pro Series events on. They've made it very exciting for Paul and all the players in it.
You think what we had pre-COVID, and now look at it.
I know, it's thriving, and it's a good time to be a pool player right now.
Yeah.
Lots of exciting things.
Imagine if it was like this 10 years ago.
Oh yeah, it was like it 20 years ago. I can attest to that. I came over in 1995, and we were on ESPN in every event, and it was fantastic. So it's heading back in that direction. There we go, Margaret's again capitalised on Kelly's break. Kelly just gave up control to Margaret. Now we're going to see Margaret break in the next rack. It's 1-1 in the second set. Margaret Fefilova leading that first set 4-1.
Now, I've been doing this thing all day when I get players in the booth.
Yes.
I've got a quick 30-second shot clock for you.
Oh.
I want some quick one-word answers, or as quick as you can. Are you ready?
Yes.
How much of our sport is actually in the head?
90%.
Is pool a sport or is it a game?
Sport and a game, but sport.
Triangle or template rack?
Template.
9-ball or 10-ball?
10-ball.
Best ever American, Earl or SVB, or is it another one you can think of?
Oh, that's very tough. Some people might say Seagull, but
Well, you can say Seagull.
no, I'm not. I'm not gonna pick between them because I think they're both great.
You've got
in
no
their eras.
extension. You've got no extension.
Oh.
Nicest attitude at the table.
Oh. In the men or the women?
Any.
Well, I think Kelly has a great attitude.
Best kicker.
Efren.
Favourite opponent to play against.
Kelly's got to be one of them.
Favourite tip.
Tip on my cue or
Yeah.
sniper?
There you go. And you've done it. You just missed. You just avoided the
30-second, the shot clock, the beep.
You just avoided the beep. So, bit of fun there.
Yeah.
Back to the serious stuff.
Well, Margaret broke. Let's see. Made the 6 in the corner. We can see there. And gains control of the table, of course, but no shot on the 1. So we're going to see a push out here.
Yeah, and look where that 1 is. This is right by the 10, Alison.
Yes.
And we're talking about combos and possible, billiards, caroms onto it as well. So you have to be careful here.
Yes, you do. I hope she walked around and checked that out. I'm sure she did, because
Well,
that's what
look, it's the
Kelly's
first thing, Kelly.
yeah.
Exactly.
The eye of the tiger there. Let's see.
Does it pass the 7 though? I don't think it does.
If it does, it's very tight. And now Kelly, of course, has the option of taking this or putting Margaret back in. But you can clip off the right side and go 3 rails and put Margaret back in trouble. Oh, she played it. I didn't like the pace there.
No, I think she caught it much thicker than she
Yeah.
thought as well.
If you catch it thin, you see there's a nice 3 rail behind the 8.
I think she can get through to this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's
There
not
you
got
see
a
it.
pace. You can see Kelly's face. Don't know if the focus is there, maybe. And sometimes it's not easy just to produce it,
Shaking her head.
Yeah.
She knows she should have done better there.
Yeah, she's thinking about what the game plan is from here.
Yeah, you might have heard the shot clock buzzer go off there, but it's okay. She'd already hit the cue ball.
Yes. I think it's nice having that beep. I like the beep in the background because you can sort of count it down with your stroke if you have to. Much better than the referee saying 10 and then you're guessing when the clock's going to go. Well, she hit that
Much too hard.
Yeah, she didn't. She needed to catch it thicker. She didn't really focus on the cue ball there. So.
Well, we are in the Kellogg Arena. Sorry, Alison, we're in the Kellogg Arena, and she's obviously had too much Weetabix today because she's overhit that by quite a bit.
She did. Wheaties, Weetabix, whatever
Corn
tickles your
flakes.
fancy. That's a great shot.
That's better.
I mean, when you've not been at the table a lot, you know, to come with that, it's not an easy shot.
Now then, can she clear up here, break, make a ball, run the next one to get on the hill? Kelly's no stranger to shootouts. She actually won one of these events in Germany on a shootout against Eilu Kibaroglu.
Yes, she did, and a fantastic one, wasn't it? I watched that on YouTube after the fact, and
it was quite a long one, wasn't it?
9-8, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Tremendous excitement.
Now then, key shot coming up. Over by that side rail. There you go. And now it's straight forward. She
Nicely
certainly
played.
gave that one.
Yeah, she had to force it out there. There you go. Kelly Fisher down on the 10 ball to make it 2-1 and break him.
Yeah, in it goes. And this is, well, it's a comeback. Well, it's one that she needs because it's no way back in this particular match. Of course, as you mentioned earlier, Alison, it is double elimination. How does that ever affect the way you're thinking in a match?
Well, you know it's not the end of the world, don't you? That's the good part. You know it's not the end of the world if you do lose that particular match. But really, you want to stay in gear and go through the winner's side. That's really what you want. You don't want to be in the loser's side because it sends out a message, but also you might get a slightly better draw when it comes to the final 16.
Yeah, because that's seeded, isn't it?
Yeah, so they're the pros to it, I think. So here we go, Kelly Fisher. Let's see if she can hit a little square on that one ball, because twice she's gone off to the right side. There, see, she favoured. Look at that. Oh, look at that cue ball. Can't predict that, but you know what? She favoured the left side, did a cut break. The 3 ball went straight in the pocket, and unfortunately the cue ball went straight in there too. Let's watch that. 3 got kicked, and look at that cue ball. 6 ball got. So that was a little misfortune there, and giving Margaret the table back. Can't do much about that.
No. Hit them pretty well, didn't she?
So the 4 to the 5 is the tricky part here. The 5 ball, where the 5 ball is situated. By the way, Mark, quick question for you. Do you like the orange 5 ball over the former sets of the pink and purple?
I'm going to be totally honest now, regardless of who makes what colour and that. I love the pink 4 and the orange 5.
I like orange.
I do.
Yeah. Well, it's a tradition, isn't it? And it's a really good separation between the balls. Once upon a time when I first came over, the what was it? The 7 ball was maroon, like a burgundy colour.
I thought you were going to say they were still ivory.
Oh, very funny. Not that old. Good one.
I know I can joke with you.
Of course you can. I've been around long enough that I have thick skin.
Like an elephant.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I just lay the lines out. Look at you.
That's where the ivory comes from, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. The purple 4 in the side.
Onto the orange 5 in the other side.
Yeah, she's straight on this. She can just draw straight back.
Well,
she's not.
She played that well, didn't she? I mean, because that was the problem. Those were the problem shots. So she's got to be careful now, hasn't she? Not to overdraw or underdraw here.
I actually like using the 9 here to draw off.
I think she is. I think she's looking at how she's going to connect with that 9. When she walked around there, she looked at how it's going to nudge it.
Yeah,
there you go. That
perfect.
was beautifully played.
How well has she hit that?
You can't hit it much better than that. Great angle. Look at that.
Oh,
Nice overhead
really
of
nice.
her cue action there. Nice follow through, and that's essential in this game. If you watch the tip, when it comes through the ball, is it going in a nice straight line, and did it get right through the ball?
Yeah.
Signs of a good stroke.
You mentioned a word earlier, and I can remember growing up being an aspiring snooker player myself back in the 70s and 80s. I always used to hear commentators talking about timing, and I never understood. I wanted it explained to me when I was younger exactly what it meant, because you know, when you're young, you don't really know what is timing.
Well, for me, if we look at follow through, when I'm teaching, I like to tell people it's like a mirror image. Maybe your backswing is a mirror image of coming through the ball, because that makes you get through the ball. So, for example, if you have a soft shot and you come back 3 inches, maybe you want to get through the ball 3 inches. It's just a good thought process.
I've never heard that before. That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's like golf. If you look at golf, if you're putting, you usually use a clock. If you come back to 4 o'clock, you go through to 8 o'clock. It's a pendulum. So it's the same thing in this game. If you come back 3 inches, go through 3 inches. If you come back 5 inches, go through 5 inches. Just a thought process for good follow through.
Pendulum, timing, they go together.
Yeah.
And that goes in on there, 2-2.
Well, Kelly's got some work to do now, hasn't she? Because she's given a few of these racks away with the break. Unfortunately got kicked in there.
I'll tell you what, we've got to kick off for just a couple of minutes and we're going to be back. And we're back in the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek, Michigan. I'm Mark White, and with me, Alison Fisher, MBE. So, big rack, Alison.
Well, Margaret's got the advantage now, hasn't she, of the break. And she's been breaking well. Kelly hasn't been breaking well. There you
There,
go.
one again.
Look at
Full
that.
railer, oh, nearly.
But look at where the cue ball is. So it's nicely held towards the centre of the table. Just got kicked on by the 7 ball there. Look at that.
I think she's straight in on the 2 here as well.
Look at that.
Yeah, and even the 6 just, that might have tied that 3 ball up, but it hasn't.
No, that she's got a open rack here, no problems to solve, so to speak. It's just about making the 2 ball, because she'll have an angle on the, you can see there, she'll have an angle on the 3 to get to the 4. And, you know, generally we're trying to think of 3 shots when we play this game, leaving little angles here and there.
That's how far ahead you're thinking most of the time?
That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I mean, usually that's how you're looking at the table. The first thing you do when you look at the table is see where the problems lay, if there's good safeties to be played, or if you can break balls up. Now she's pointing into the rail, you see, where she wants the cue ball to hit the rail to come out for the 4 ball. So this is like a stun shot. Just below centre, let's say. Twice across table. She's got to leave herself right on the 4 to get to the 5. She doesn't want too much angle. Yeah, speed control is nice. There you go. I think she's good on this ball.
She's absolute, I'm sat right behind this. She's absolutely gun barrel straight on this. Now, would you draw past this 5 and play the 5 into the same pocket, or would you just stun run through a little bit?
I think you can roll it through and play the 5 in the corner. But again, it's a choice of the player. Otherwise, you leave the 5 too thin.
Oh, she had an angle.
Yeah, she had a slight angle. This is all about making this ball. Don't get fancy with the cue ball, because you don't need to. It's just make the ball, because the cue ball is going to naturally run forward for the 6 in the corner.
Yeah, somebody once described that's what the Filipinos do. They let the cue ball go where it wants to go rather than trying to make it go against its natural.
Right, always try the natural paths if you can.
Oh,
she made that.
Where's the cue ball?
Well, if you notice, she overcut the 5 slightly, which caused the cue ball to go a little further forward than planned. If you just watch the 5, see that?
Yes, away from the rail.
Oh, she was very lucky to make that. It hit the point. And on these tables, sometimes that's not forgiving. As the event goes on, that would probably be less forgiving.
I was going to say, that won't go in day 4.
Yeah.
Perfect view here.
Good angle there. She came back a little further than she wanted there. She's left a little angle slightly the wrong side of the 7. These are like the 50-yard line shots where you've got to make a good decision of whether to punch the ball in or roll it down. She could roll it down for the 8 in the opposite corner, like the left corner as we're looking at it, or she can punch the cue ball across and out for the 8 in the right-hand corner. So these are personal choices. The most important thing of this game is to make a commitment to what you're going to do. And now she's committing by putting the cue stick down to where she wants to hit the rail and creating that picture in her mind.
Do you find that helps?
That's visualization, and if you can do that, it's quite essential. See, just a little bit of body movement there.
Oh, I was going to say, she's just changed her aim there, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, and luckily for her,
she was close to the 7
because
ball.
Often when you get down on the shot, she's obviously worried about the shot clock there, but when you get down on the shot and you start moving once you're down, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, she's just done a slight shuffle, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. Very visible. It was good actually seeing it on camera there.
Yeah, I think if
I liked playing that 8 ball 3 rails there, you know, punching it in 3 rails, because she can make the 9, but it's a lot more difficult trying to play pace, trying to play the right floating down the table off 2 rails. If you play that 3rd rail, you're kind of guaranteed good position. But sometimes that's a case of confidence and nerves. She's overcut the 9.
Well, I was about to say, it's a replica of what she did earlier. Do you remember when she played that 8 ball and didn't play it well and got too straight on the 9 ball, tried to run it round 2 rails? Do you remember that shot?
Overcut twice now.
And again, it's that long reach. You need to, I'll tell you what, you could earn a fortune by teaching people how to use the bridge, Alison.
Well, I think when she looks back at this match, win or lose, she will go home and work with the bridge.
Yeah.
Because that's 2 games she's given
Oh,
up.
nice kiss.
Kelly hit that thick.
Well, look at that. Now it's
3-2.
Yeah, Kelly on the hill in this second set, and really it should have been Margaret on the hill.
Well, the interesting part now is how does it affect the players? Kelly has got a little pep in the step again, whereas Margaret has to be a bit deflated, right? She's given 2 games away there by overcutting balls through overreaching.
Do you want to give your telephone number out, coaching number?
No, not at all. Listen, that's for Tyler to do, not me.
Yeah. So Tyler, earlier on, as we said, was beaten by Vitaly Patsura from Ukraine.
Oh, look, we got a little glance there. Justin Martin.
Oh, there he is. They make a lovely couple, and
They
they're
do.
always together. They are like the Tyler Star and the
Yeah.
you know.
The Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yes. Now that lady next to her, from French Canadian, very interesting lady.
Yeah.
I remember I spoke to her earlier, and I've forgotten her name. I'm so sorry. Old age. Me, I mean, losing my memory.
Right.
Now she's made the one.
Right. Notice she did the cut break, which she did before. And before the one got kicked, the cue ball got kicked in, didn't it?
And look at this 2-ball. Is it gonna be on? Well, no, but she's got a shot at it. Control of the table.
There you go. Look, one in the side. Beautifully played.
Best break she's done all night.
Yes.
Oh, what a shame she didn't finish with the shot on the 2.
Well, the good thing is it's an easy safe, right? There's choices here, lots of choices. But she's in control. And she's opting to go off the left side, play around the back behind the 3. That's a good choice, I think. Or she's going to go thin off the right side, which is a guaranteed safe.
Wants it to go.
Yeah, trying to get behind the 9-ball there.
Yeah, Vitaly Patsura, as I was saying, has taken the first set against Alex Pagulayan.
I watched a bit of the match with him playing Tyler earlier. And he had a little bit of run of the balls against Tyler, I would say, in the game. But he played very well, closed out the match. Good player, both of them.
Wow, she's gone for this.
I was going to say I might have gone for that because it was a tricky shot to even play a safe with.
Sakura Muramatsu has taken the first set against Caroline Powell. Caroline's a great person, isn't she?
She is wonderful.
Around the arena, lovely girl.
Such a lovely person, very friendly,
Oh,
always smiling. The spin didn't really grab there, did it? She got in very deep behind the balls there, and the spin didn't really grab off that second rail.
Can she rail first this?
Because there's a little bit of frustration.
What's John Moore and Jason Shaw planning? What are they laughing at?
I don't know, but I'm not really sure.
They're up
Nicole
to
Keeney
mischief.
with them there.
Oh yes, she was on here earlier on, Nicole.
That's right, she played Christina Tkach, didn't she?
Yes, she did. Nice to see Christina back as well, of course.
And Nicole, we haven't seen her in years, you know. She used to play on the PBA tour many years ago. So Kelly had to kick at that, and again has left Christina a shot.
Yeah, safety plays
Margaret,
quite
so I just said
precise.
Christina because we was on Christina Tkach.
Oh yeah.
Margaret, sorry, a shot. Apologise. Well, she really spun that ball. And you can see, you know, when you're spinning the ball, it's not easy to control the pace, plus the aiming point, you know, with these different equipment that everyone's using. You've got to control two things, so it's not always easy.
Yeah,
And
she pushed the cue ball over with the spin, didn't she?
yeah, a
into
little bit of
into it.
deflection there, and you know, in the conditions it changes too, different conditions.
Talking of deflection, you were telling me earlier that you're now using your wooden shaft again.
Yeah, I went back to wood. I'm not having the feeling that I really want with the carbon fibre. Especially in these conditions, I feel that I can do a few things with wood that I can't do with carbon. It's just a personal choice, and it's something I changed this week. So I'm kind of testing it under pressure to see how I play with it here.
That was a nice stroke. Do you know, you can often just watch the tip of somebody's cue and tell they've made it without even looking.
I also, that's true, you watch the front end and the back end. I like to watch the back end too to see if they're turning their wrists.
Yeah, good point.
You can watch the patterns in people's cues and just see if there's a little movement in the hand, backhand.
Wealth of knowledge and experience, something you can't buy, but you can buy it by getting a decent coach. And I know I keep going on about it, but it's so important. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't know how to harness that and get the most out of your game.
Well, I think you can learn a lot by observation too, just by watching what works, what doesn't work, what's good about a player. You know, you can emulate certain things. So you've just got to pick the players that you really like to watch and you admire, who have good straight strokes, who deliver the cue well, who have good temperaments, and try and do the same.
So who would you watch?
Well,
who would inspire, you know, who did you watch? Who would you watch
when
now?
I was growing up, for me in snooker, it was Steve Davis. Steve Davis had the complete package. You know, his cue action was worked on. He was, she went for a dangerous bank.
Wow,
I didn't like that bank.
No, I didn't like it. It wasn't on, I don't think. And she's just showing a few little signs of...
With that bank, you had to cut it more, play it with a lot of English, and it didn't. It was too far gone. And if anything, safety or play it in the corner.
Well, don't forget.
But it's easy to
Kelly
say,
on the hill.
Isn't it? It's easy to say. And that's the other thing, it adds a little bit of tension, doesn't it? When the other player's on the hill. Look at that shot. That was a tremendous shot. And the reason I say that is because she had a lot of angle there, and to hold the cue ball was very impressive, you know, with the state of affairs at the moment. Look at that. There you go.
Beautifully played. And that's just the kind of thing that will fire her up as well.
Well, there's a little face change in Kelly now, have you noticed? And that's another thing, demeanour and, you know, body language, expression changes. Look at the face, it's changed.
I watched her first match earlier and I actually commented to her afterwards about how great rhythm she had. She was just that little bit quicker, wasn't thinking too much, kept the cue going, you know, just looked a different player, and this is how she was playing earlier on.
Some of it's who you play though too, as much as you don't want it to be. You know, I think she knew she was coming into a little bit of a tougher match because of the pace of Margaret, and she's steady. Kelly missed the 10 ball.
Wow, what did she do there?
I don't know if she went across the ball or not. I've never seen her miss a 10 like that.
Oh, let's have another look at that.
Wow.
Here
Watch.
it comes. What happened? It's a little
Jabbed.
quick one. She jabbed it, put a quick one in, a little bit of tension.
Short stroke that, but she's left her really tough.
Wow.
Cut or bank, Mark? Cut or bank?
Cut.
She's overcut again. I think I'd have played the cut there too.
This is nerve-wracking, isn't it? Watching it, I don't know what it's like down there playing it. Does she bank this?
She looked at the shot
Wow,
clock then.
she overcut that by a lot.
It's interesting, but let me tell you this, people who are watching. New balls, new equipment. less friction. So the more the equipment gets used at home, the more throw you get on the object ball. So because everything is brand new, we're just not getting any... oh, she went for the bank.
Oh, she's going to leave it.
Yeah. I think she had to go for it.
She
though.
had to, yeah.
Can't really play safe in that spot. So anyway...
friction.
Friction, there you go, in the game. This is everything shiny here, so you have to aim it a little bit thicker than you think. Sometimes it's thinner than you think. Oh, that was a poor miss.
That was... Why didn't she stroke that in with a bit of pace and draw it? You know, just get the cue through it instead of trying to run it through.
Well, the thing is, with that shot, she should have just aimed it thick. Because if anything, favour the right side of the pocket, right?
Yeah.
That's just nerves.
Nerves, yeah. And why wouldn't they be? Big money they're playing for here, 25,000 to the winner. Is it not?
I think it's 13,000.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Wow, this is a... Look at this game.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Well, we knew it was going to be a great matchup, didn't we, Mark? We knew it was going to bring a lot of drama. Look, she's overreaching again. Let's see if she hits it thin.
It's in.
She made it that time.
Well, both
Kelly's.
players had a chance there, didn't they?
Yeah. That's 3-3, and now Margaret is going to be breaking.
Well, what must be going? What would be going through your head now, Alison? After that rack, I mean, that was a strange rack, wasn't it?
I don't think I've ever seen Kelly miss that. So Margaret's got to be feeling great, although she has missed a few balls there. But Kelly's missed them too. So that's, you know, she knows Kelly's on edge too. And if she wins this, she actually wins the match. All on this game, so all on this break. Let's see what happens.
Here we go then. It's do or die for Kelly.
Margaret made that one ball in the side pocket. And the 9 ball in the other side pocket. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at the 2.
To be honest with you, this is the shot, isn't it? Because obviously there's quite a bit of blue between these balls. And if she makes this, she has a chance to run out because of the way the balls are situated.
I like that, a little bit of blue.
Blue, there's a lot of blue between the blue and the white here. Just focus on making that shot, and a 3 ball on the side or the corner, I believe. Missed it. Made it. She made it. Wow, Mark. She makes this. It's not looking good for Kelly, is it?
No. Natural to go up towards the 4. It's just a little bit awkward.
Well, depends if you want to roll it. I think just roll it in. She's good. Oh, that played very true. See how fast it is.
And here's another one of these shots.
Yeah,
She's going for the extension
she's actually in a
again.
I thought the cue ball would have gone a little further forward there, didn't you?
Yes. Tended to come over to the right-hand side.
Yeah, I thought it would have gone given her a better angle. Because now she's in a funny little spot. Can she go 2 rails past the 8 and round the angles?
It's tough. I think she can go between the 8 and the 10.
Yeah, but then I don't see it. I think she's going to go towards the pocket more.
And And
I
again,
don't like
why
this.
is she keep sticking with this?
Do not like this. Even if you make the shot, I don't like that overreaching.
No, it just
to
looks awful.
Look
It
where
looks
she's-
terrible.
Look where she's put herself. There's
It
no
just
control.
looks horrible, doesn't it?
Well, it just looks uncontrolled. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
For somebody who's a very controlled player,
Yeah, you wouldn't expect her to take that risk, would you?
that was really long, wasn't it? Really long.
That wasn't so much a fishing pole as a pole vaulting pole.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Who are we to say anything's
Having
wrong?
said that, that was a tremendous shot on the 5. That's an all or nothing shot. You're all in on that shot, and she played it perfectly.
I think there might have even been a bit of frustration in that particular shot then.
Well, yes. You know, sometimes it works for you or against you, doesn't it? Don't you think? You're either like, oh, why did I do that? And then take the pressure off yourself, or you get on yourself.
Yeah, totally agree.
Let's see where this cue ball's going. Three more shots. She's left herself pretty good there.
And I suppose you would call this a mini shock, would you?
I would say quite a major shock, really. But having said that, we haven't seen any big form from Kelly, have we, in this match? Margaret's, you know, played the table a little bit better than Kelly.
Yeah, I mean, Margaret's made mistakes, hasn't she?
She's
It's not
definitely
like
made
she
mistakes,
hasn't made
but
any.
Kelly hasn't capitalised.
No.
And I think the break, obviously, in the beginning has let Kelly down. So...
Yeah, I think Kelly's got so much pride in her performance as well.
Yeah,
It'll get to her as much of not playing well, you know.
I like 2 rail in this. I don't like the rolling, but that was she played it well.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried about the overcut after we've seen a few of those.
Yeah, we have seen a few, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Well, this looks like it's all she wrote, as Tony Robles would say. And it's been an absolute pleasure having you in the booth. I hope we can do it again sometime, but I'd rather you went further in the tournament, Alison.
Me too. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much, and good luck tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 AM again with our first live match. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, whatever you're up to. Say see ya.
See ya.